Hi, I'm Rochelle Dancel, and you're watching WebVee.
Hi.
Hi. Sorry, it's non-alcohol. Good sex.
Good sex. So I'm here with Rochelle, and we just cheers to good sex because, let's be honest, who doesn't want that? And sometimes people don't always get it. It's kind of sad.
Yeah, so you have to put it in the bank so that you can cash it in, as and when the appropriate moment arises.
Well, appropriate moment. Like, don't cash it in when it's not worth it. You know what I mean? Like, yeah. Anyway. So, she just finished. No, she's finished. She just released the second episode of Producing Juliet yesterday, and we are talking to her post Rain Man. So I wanted to know. That was obviously a big success for you.
Yeah, it was, so the Rain Dance Film Festival hosted the London Web Fest, so it's the first time that London's had its own web series festival, which is like super exciting, and where I live as well, so it's not like I had to get on a plane.
Wait, should we cheers now?
Okay, just good sex. And I didn't drink.
Oh my god, what do we do now?
It's fine.
Okay, it's fine.
Okay, let's do it.
Okay, great.
Yes, and we had our premiere episode, well, we premiered there basically on Saturday. And it was amazing. It was like super well received and people were really nice. And I mean, the whole sort of experience of being there and having people fly in from like the US, so like Jeff Burns was over from Super Not Clutch. And John Robbins, Clutch, and that. And it was just, and Regan Latimer, who's, my production partner from
And like really close friends.
Yes. So like, so having all of those people here, kind of for the first time, we're just generally having all those people here.
That was the first time? Regan?
No. Well, we've not been at a web series event together.
How?
Because I live here.
Yeah, but you could never go over there?
Not for a web series event, no. So I did all the European events, so I've taken the show to Germany and all of that, but I've never gone to the US or Canada for an industry event at the same time. So this is our first one.
Oh my god!
Well, we've been friends for about 10 years, and I've known, and we've been working on Fletcher since 2008.
Oh
So
wow, that is
it was
really
just,
cool.
yeah.
I had no idea about that. That's amazing.
And then that was on Fletcher screened on Sunday. So we had, it was 2 days of madness at the festival, but then there was a lot of press and there was a lot of kind of media interviewee things that we had to take care of in the days beforehand, and then the general kind of hanging out and watching and all of that. So it was nice. We had Alicia Spillman and Rachel Flores and Jenny Grace from the cast were over from Producing Juliet. And Tina Cecil Wood was here as well.
I know, she was so excited when I talked to her. She was so thrilled. She was like, any chance I get to let in? I was like, yeah, sure, I have to go.
Yeah. So they were all here, and it's nice because I didn't, it was kind of nice to sort of have that experience with them and to get to know, them.
Was that the first time that you really got to?
It's I met Rachel and Tina when they were here last year, but less than a year ago. We kept talking about this. It was like less than a year ago that I met them, like in person, although we've known each other. We get this kind of email, Twitter relationship. And like less than a year after they were here doing an ABM and anyone but me promo, like I'm, working on their new show. Yeah, which was just like mental. And then it was definitely the first time that I'd met Alicia and Jenny Grace.
That's so cool. And like to do it in London. I mean, you had to. Okay. You live in London. You lived in London your whole life, I'm assuming?
Yeah, I was kind of born and raised and not really moved from kind of 3 streets from where I live now.
Are you serious?
Apart from when I was at uni. Apart from when I was at uni in the States. And I lived in Canada.
love it just as much as pretty much everybody that comes to London.
Yeah.
Okay. So you know, like, how cool it is.
Yeah, I don't walk around going, oh, it's so cool, but yeah.
If you did, that'd be a little odd, but because when I was here, I didn't do that. But like now when I come back, I'm like, I miss it. I want to live here. Let's live here. Well,
I've traveled a lot and
Yeah.
have thought about moving, but every time I do, I'm like,
yeah. Where did you think about moving?
various places in Canada, various places in the US. Belgium for a little bit. I was go to Brussels.
Oh,
I just thought, I'll move to Brussels for a bit. Amsterdam, think about moving there for a bit. We can do that now, being EU citizens.
Yeah.
Not really wanting to.
Yeah, I haven't. I'm an Italian citizen, so I understand. Like, it's really nice to come over here and not have to worry about like, go wherever the hell I want. But I don't know. London is just Italy's home. So obviously that's the other one. I need to try to list that before my family decides me. Don't worry, Italy #1. But London is like, it's just so much fun here. It's so much fun, and I just every time I come back, I'm just like Tina was saying, like she's like any excuse to go to London, I will take it.
Yeah, I think you found out way more about me in her interview.
Oh, really?
Than you did from my interview, which was weird when I watched it. She's like, yeah, so Rochelle's producing this play, and she works in theatre, and you're like, really?
I was like really surprised, like all this stuff that she was talking about, and I was like, how did you not, like, I mean, I'm pretty much like, I will veer off, like, oh, like London, blah, 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 blah. I don't know how we didn't end up veering off on that. Like, but I'm glad I got to know it, whether it comes from your mouth.
I think it's because so there's a play in Juliet. So Juliet, so producing Juliet centers around this play that Rebecca, the main character, decides that she's going to produce with Juliet, the writer that she meets. And so there's a play, obviously, that Tina at some stage has got to write, because obviously then we can't really film. We can't really film around this play that's being produced. So actually, that's how I came to the project, was because when they were here in London last year, I was working on a play in the West End.
Yeah.
And she was like, oh, I've got this play. So when Juliet, and it wasn't called Producing Juliet back then, but Juliet was, pitched to me as this play, I was just like, oh yeah, I'll do a play. Fine. Now I'm doing a web series that hopefully then we'll get to do the play, but yeah, that's how I came to the project.
That's funny. That reminds me of, the threesome.
Lisa Gifford.
Yeah. Because first that was a play, and
yes,
then
that's
started
right.
out to do a web series, and I thought that was just such a cool mix. And that's awesome. That I just love theater, and I love acting, and I love any which way you can do it, and just when people intermix those two worlds, it's awesome. When they cross over, I'm so excited.
Yeah, it's obviously it's a challenge just from a kind of geographical perspective to us. So I don't know where yet we're going to do that. The kind of probably where we'll be able to do that, to do something like that here, with the same cast from Julia. Who knows? We'll see.
Yeah, that's awesome. Where are the states do you think about that?
I like New York. I've had offers to move to LA. I don't really. Not because it's not lovely, because it's just too far from here.
And it's also not lovely. I said it.
I'm not going to get to the coast. I'm not even doing it, I'm sorry.
I live there and I have lived there for almost 2 years now, so I feel like I can stay whatever I pay taxes there, so it's fine.
I'm just going to sit here and sip my drink.
Oh, yeah? Okay. At least anyway, but yeah, I mean, I always, we were all talking about this, about having a practice to London. And I've talked to the guys, our production company, you should go to London, it would be so great.
You could just do what everyone else does and work back and forth, which is, you know, I do a lot of work there, I still do here, and, you know, vice versa.
Yeah, the problem is that most of the guys, they're all in LA that I work with, apart from these guys who are in Pennsylvania, so, yeah, anyway. So wait, you have to tell me, as a Londoner, I guess,
Right.
what is your, like, favorite area?
Oh, God, there's so many. I work in Shoreditch,
Okay.
which is it's kind of just a little bit east of the city of London, which is the fine, you know, it's called the city, which is the fine.
Yeah.
And that's where, like, you know, tech hub or tech city is.
Yeah.
So you know, it's a pretty cool area that about even 5 years ago, which is this kind of wasteland of abandoned factories, and it's now been turned into, you know, lots of loft space, lifestyle offices, full of like digital companies and agencies, and lots of like bars and, you know, kind of restaurants and stuff that are like really ridiculously laid back because everyone works late, everyone starts late, everyone works late. This is the kind of culture of the place. So yeah, I quite like it there. I'd say probably at the moment that's my favourite because I like pretty, you know, I spend so much time there, and it's very kind of, it's not as pretentious as everyone thinks. It's just very low-key, laid back, but you still enjoy the finer things.
Yeah.
So.
Well, okay, and then in that area, when you're gonna go get something to eat, what's your favorite place to go grab a bite?
Okay, so there's this one place near us called Ozone, and it's a coffee place, and they do coffee tastings there, like you would go to wine tastings. Yeah, but it's Antipodean, so the food is just amazing. It's just like, it's very simple, but it tastes amazing. And then there's Pizza East, which is underneath Shoreditch House, and they do the best ice cream ever. I'm a big ice cream person. So yeah, I mean, there are lots of like really kind of independent, kind of amazing places that have just opened. Recommend all of them.
So what Pizza East? Oh my god, the best ice cream ever.
Well, I like their ice cream.
What ice cream?
So they make their own, but the other day I took my mum and they make the most amazing hazelnut ice cream that has hazelnuts in it. Like, you can taste the hazelnuts in it.
You just reminded me, in LA, there's my favorite coffee that I was actually telling Susan Miller about. I said, when you come to LA, and I think Tina too, when you come to LA, you guys have to use this is the best place I've ever. I mean, and I hate to say that because literally in the United States, it's the best coffee I've ever had. Almond essence latte. I mean, it's like crap. Like, I could always go for it. Like, even, I mean, oh, it's so good. And like, there's something about like, I really like but that
Yeah, like a noisette.
yeah, like, and I taste like you're like biting into the stocking, you know, when you're drinking it. So when you come to LA, I have to say this. Okay?
Alright, fine.
It's like amazing. It's the best. It's the best.